What's going on to you, Virgos? So you have the Two of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and you Virgos have the Sun. So for you, you happen to be in a situation right now where some of you Virgos are probably trying to get to know somebody right now and see how that goes. And I mean, so far it seems as if the person is really into you. They're showing you, right, the Sun card, right? They're showing you a lot of attention. But obviously, we are experienced enough over here to know that just because somebody shows you a little bit of attention right now doesn't mean that you're supposed to always just be like, oh, okay, that's how it's going to be forever, right? We're experienced enough to know that people can change. People can get to a point where they don't really need to keep playing the game like they're nice, and then the next thing you know, they switch up on you, right? So the High Priestess and the Seven of Cups represents how they like you, but at the same time, you Virgos need to just be patient. The Seven of Cups represents you have a lot of other people that want your attention. Now, again, I'm not saying that you should essentially close your options off, but at the same time, you shouldn't leave. At the same time, you shouldn't pay attention to what it is that who and what you have right in front of you, right? So as a result, a lot of you Virgos have to understand that take your time and really understand what's really going on. Don't be in a real messed up situation where you thinking that the first person that you meet is the one, because that's how it is. A lot of times we end up messing up. What will happen is that we will end up taking it a couple of bridges too far as soon as we meet somebody. Not us, but I mean like in a general sense. That's part of the problem, why it is that we can't really have a conversation sometimes, especially when you're inexperienced. It's because, whenever it is that we first meet somebody, especially when we don't have the experience, we could be like, oh, is this the one? Is this the person that we gonna be in a relationship with? Ooh, and we thinking about that too soon. And it's like, slow down. We just met this person. So not only that, but what I'm trying to say is the fact that we've seen it a million times before as Virgos, what happens when somebody shows us attention. Now, all of a sudden, like I said before, they think that you are around a little bit too much. Now, all of a sudden, it's like repetition breeds contempt, and they have a little bit something extra or a little bit something less in their voice. So the Five of Cups and the Judgment for us Virgos now represents how we are learning how to be a lot more steady paced. It's not something where we're just immediately, soon as someone gives us attention, that's the first place that we immediately go to. That's our first go-to, right? A lot of us Virgos are learning how to actually stand back and take a look at the bigger picture. See, that's one thing that we as Virgos do well. We take a look at the details, right? The fine lines, but sometimes we don't really take a look at the bigger picture. We don't step back and understand that, hey, no matter who it is, take your time with that person, And what I mean when I say take your time, I mean really, really observe them. Don't just rush in, because sometimes, right, no matter what zodiac sign you are, just because of our inexperience, right? Because we've all been there, is why I keep saying we, right? Regardless of zodiac sign, we can rush in, like I said, nose first, where it's like, we're like, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, oh, okay, we're trying to see if this will work and see if that will work, right? And you got to understand that a lot of people are out here looking for leverage and stuff like this. And then you have the Five of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. So the Five of Wands represents how just as it is, I just finished saying, yes, like here you are trying to get to know somebody, and you know what I'm saying? Like some of you Virgos are like, you wish that you would have known about this person sooner, because the Judgment in the Five of Wands, this person did all this trying to make you feel like you special, just so that they could like betray you in some shape, form, or fashion, right? Now all of a sudden, to them, they done switched up on you Virgos. But it doesn't really matter, because the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, you've already saw that coming. You know? This is why it is that I say that type of antics and stuff like this, like, people don't want to be called out. People are high and mighty up until you really start calling them out. But it's real lame, because at the end of the day, a lot of that stuff is useless. People can, you know, the truth is that a lot of people try to make it seem as if they're masterminds. They're doing it for some sort of real big plan. But it's really petty, small, short-sighted. It's really stupid at the end of the day. It really is. You know, having somebody stand next to you, hang around you, and supposedly they don't like you, right? That's cap. If you ask me, they do like you, but they too chicken squat. Because it's like, they're worried about what another person is saying. They're worried about, you know what I'm saying, the perfect picture to the outside world, right? And that's why it is that they betray you, in essence. So let's clarify the Six of Swords. The Fool, the Ace of Cups, Five of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Wands, oh well, whatever, and the Two of Pentacles. I know I usually draw 5, I drew 6, but it is what it is. Anyway, to clarify the Six of Cups and the Fool, the Ace of Cups, and the Five of Swords, we're not necessarily affected, because the Seven of Cups, we have plenty other people that would want our attention, you know. So it's like, we are paying attention to the bigger picture, in the sense that we understand that a lot of people want our attention. If one person plays the game, we also have other people, right? But we're also learning how to not spend so much time on it, to where it takes us years to figure out how dysfunctional somebody is, right? So the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Wands right here represents, and being able to be easier at walking away from the stupidity, because the Two of Pentacles, it is frustrating, you know. Us as Virgos, our weakest area is love, because you know, a lot of times people will say that Virgos are not romantic, and that's not true. Virgos are most definitely romantic. That's the reason why it is that we end up getting hurt so much, because us Virgos, we're looking at the ideal. So it's like, on one hand, you see what I'm saying? Like, this is why I say that the inconsistencies. Let me slow down. Let me pull up, that's my cat, she's all right. Let me pull up the track and show you where the verbs are, right? The inconsistency. Because on one hand, right, when us as Virgos, our heart gets cold, people say things like, oh, you know, like, what happened to you type stuff. You got to stop learning how to kind of paint people with a broad brush, right? But then on the other hand, they do all of that to bring us back into the game, right? We try our hands again, only for people to waste their time hanging out with us, all for them to say, oh, you're insignificant. Or make us feel like, oh, we're insignificant. This is what I mean when I say that it's the inconsistencies. Like, you know, the lack of self-awareness, the confusion, the fact that people are saying one thing and they're doing another, and they make it seem like they know what they're doing, but factually they don't, because they're supposed to be, because if they knew what they're doing, see, knowing what you're doing means that there's some sort of consistency. There's some sort of ultimate goal. There's some sort of long-term, thought-out plan what they're doing right here, if they had such intelligence, why is it that so many people play you and then they don't even end up being worth anything, right? You know how many times people gave me a hard time, whatever the case may be, they don't even follow they don't even follow through with their dreams, right? They don't even follow through. They have dreams of being I don't know, whatever, and then it's like they just drop off the face of the earth and then they lose motivation, making no sense whatsoever. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Overall, you Virgos are doing just fine. You're gonna go talk to other people, ghost for a little bit, stay by yourself, and you're just gonna chop it up to the game. All those people who like to waste time, just gonna shake your head and laugh, because there is no real master long-term plan besides wasting time. In essence, really, because even when they try to paint themselves, even when they try to pump themselves up like they're so divine and they such on a high level, it's like, no, what happens is that you end up seeing them waste their time. So that's it. I'm trying to get the YouTube channel to over 100K. We're on 16,000 right now. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.